So I'm pleased to have Betsy Gardner-Eckbert, our President and CEO of the Winter Park Chamber, here today to introduce our speakers and our programming. Thanks, Betsy.
Thank you, Amy. And I just love how strong you've gotten with Zoom. Every time we start now, we have a poll. One of the things I wanted to do is welcome you through the recitation of our mission. So our mission at the Chamber of Commerce is to convene people and ideas for the benefit of both our businesses and our community. So we hope that coming together this morning will be beneficial to you, just to give you a sense of community and hopefully to give your business a sense of place as we move through the chaos of the pandemic. I know Amy's gone through the chat box with you, but if you want to introduce yourself on the chat box and say what your business does so that people might be aware of it right now, that's a way for you to kind of virtually network, and we would love for you to have this as a meaningful time to do that. We're offering this as regular programming, but we're also offering webinars every day at 4 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, to help the business community navigate the aftershocks of the COVID-19 pandemic. And we've sourced experts throughout our community to help you understand the ramifications from an accounting, HR, and personnel perspective, ways to help you support your team right now. And today I'm thrilled that we're going to have ways to support ourselves and keep our instruments as fine-tuned as possible. Our entire Good Morning Winter Park series is delivered through the generosity of Advent Health, and they sponsor our year-long series. This is the first completely virtual Good Morning Winter Park that we've ever delivered. As you know, we deliver it live every month through Facebook, but this is the first time we've used Zoom and done this completely virtually. I am thrilled that 3 years ago, our board approved a new mission statement that would embrace digital convention opportunities. And so we've been able to pivot to this model, which has been working well for us. We had 100 people on our webinar yesterday afternoon. So we are thrilled to be able to communicate and contact and stay in touch with our community in a mission alignment during this time. Before we get started with our speakers today, we have someone really special with us who's going to give us a kind of introductory message from Advent Health, and it's Dr. Jennifer Keebach, and she is the Chief Medical Officer at our own Advent Health Winter Park, and she's the vice president there as well. She also serves as part-time faculty for the family medicine residency. She's worked for Advent Health for 20 years and has a passion for both women's health and hospital medicine. In addition, Dr. Keebach is the founder and executive VP of Advent Health Community Medicine Clinic, providing care for uninsured patients in our community. And I think this is the most significant data point about her. She's married to Dr. William Sheehan, and they have 5 children. So that's pretty impressive. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Keebach this morning.
Thank you, Betsy. Thank you for inviting me. I'm very pleased to be here to talk to all of you all at Good Morning Winter Park. So as Betsy mentioned, my name is Dr. Jennifer Keebach, and I'm the Chief Medical Officer here at Advent Health Winter Park. Advent Health, as you know, has been a trusted community partner in this area for over 100 years. We have been working very hard over the last 4 weeks preparing for this pandemic. Fortunately, because of social distancing, we have been able to flatten the curve and put this off a little bit longer, which has given us time to provide some significant investments in our infrastructure, technology, which we've brought to this community, and our personnel. We are equipped at all of our locations to rapidly identify a patient with the coronavirus, to isolate them, and to care for them. We have specialized physicians, clinical teams, and cohort units to treat these patients. We have been very grateful to the community for the outpouring of support. I'm asked what you can do in the community to help us here in the hospital, and the best thing that you can do for us is social distancing, following those guidelines, keeping our workforce safe. Our physicians, our nurses, our pharmacists, our lab techs, our environmental services, our nutritionists are all on the front line, and we need to keep them healthy. And following these guidelines will enable that to happen. Advent Health has a question and answer hotline for anyone with questions related to the coronavirus, and that is 1-877 Virus HQ. If you have any questions about the coronavirus, how you can help in the community, or if you have symptoms yourself, you can call that number and they'll direct you for care. One last thing I'd like to touch on before I wrap this up is that long before the coronavirus, we had planned to expand our emergency services, and we are continuing construction in that area. We will be building a brand new emergency room, which will have all private rooms for our pediatric patients. We will have 2 additional trauma rooms and bariatric rooms as well. We are trying to modernize and expand our facilities so that we can provide the whole person care that we like to provide here at Advent Health. We could not have done this without the generous support of our community, and I want to thank everyone for that through the Advent Health Foundation. Winter Park, we've been here for over 60 years as part of the community, and we are standing strong through this pandemic. I look forward to answering your questions next week in a question and answer session. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Dr. Baugh. Appreciate you being with us today, and certainly know that this is an extremely busy time for you and your team. Thank you all for what you're doing on the front line for everyone in our community. So it's my privilege to introduce our panel this morning. Lindsay Kist, who joined Winter Park Health Foundation as Communications Manager in August of 2018. Lindsay came to Orlando by way of New York City, where she spent a decade working in sports and health marketing and communications. Lindsay was a member of the varsity swim team and studied English at North Carolina State University in Raleigh, North Carolina. Our other panelist is Kate Stone, who many of you know because she works the welcome desk. She's the lead there at the Center for Health and Wellbeing. Kate moved to Central Florida from Southern California in 2018, joining the inaugural staff at the Center for Health and Wellbeing in April of 2019. She's finishing her BA at Rollins and will be graduating, this is exciting, spring of 2020, with a degree in communication studies. And Sarah Wright joined the Winter Park Health Foundation in March 2019 and serves as the Wellbeing Guide for the Center for Health and Wellbeing. Sarah earned a master's degree in mental health counseling and 2 bachelor's degrees. She is passionate about helping others reach their goal and achieve self-empowerment. Welcome to all of you ladies this morning. Thank you for making time to be with us and share some best practice with our members as we move through a difficult time.
Absolutely, happy to be here.
So let's start with, Lindsay, should we start with you? I think we want to hear about what you all are doing to help support the community. I know Wellbeing Network is up and running in a vigorous way to connect to people. Can you tell us a little bit about what you all are doing to support the community right now?
Absolutely, just give me 1 second. I'm pulling up our PowerPoint. Now, Sarah is going to lead us off with a breathing exercise. Give me 2 seconds. Sarah, I'm going to pass it off to you to get us centered this morning.
Sounds great. Thank you, Lindsay, and thank you, Betsy. So at the Center for Health and Wellbeing, we are dedicated to strengthening mind, body, and spirit of our community members. We work to inspire our visitors on their journey to whole person health every day. And today we thought it would be appropriate if we started your journey with us with a breathing activity. So just get centered in your chair, and we'll start by taking in 3 deep breaths. You can close your eyes if you like and count to yourself. Now continue breathing and take in 3 more deep breaths. Now, while you take your next 3 deep breaths, I want you to picture negative emotions like fear and anxiety leaving your body as you exhale. For your next 3 breaths, I want you to think of a recent happy event and all the positive emotions that you experienced. Now pull those positive emotions inside of you as you inhale. On these last 3 deep breaths, I want you to pull in all the positive emotions that you can think of, and then let go of any negative emotions as you inhale. Thank you for participating. This is a great tool if you're feeling anxious, stressed, or fearful. It's portable, so you can take it everywhere you go. And now that you're relaxed, I'm going to hand it back to Lindsay.
Thank you, Sarah, very much. And now that we are nice and relaxed and maybe all feeling like we could crawl back into our beds this Friday morning, I'm going to ask for your undivided attention as I tell you a little bit more about the Center for Health and Wellbeing, who we are and what we do, and what we're doing in this to keep connected with our community in this coronavirus pandemic. I will say that I do have a 5-month-old baby, and while she's very cute, she's also very loud. So please forgive me if you hear some crying in the background. Hopefully she will be on her best behavior this morning. So to start, it's obvious from this photo, and as many of you know firsthand from your visits to the Center for Health and Wellbeing, our building is a beautifully designed state-of-the-art space, but it's not just a pretty face. Years of thought and innovation between the Winter Park Health Foundation and our partner, Advent Health, went into the dream of this center that promotes healthy living and positive aging, an idea that was greatly needed in our area. The foundation also saw the building of the Center for Health and Wellbeing as an opportunity to renovate or replace the aging Crosby Wellness Center, which had been open since 1989. As proof of concept, the two partners looked to their community health assessment, a survey commissioned every 5 years by the Winter Park Health Foundation and Advent Health, who at the time was Florida Hospital, of course. The results illuminated the need in our communities for a facility like the center. In particular, the 2014 survey revealed that in Winter Park, Maitland, and Eatonville, more than 1/2 of the population was at an unhealthy weight, more than 1/4 was at risk for metabolic disease like diabetes, 60% of the survey respondents considered themselves less active, and though 80% of those surveyed considered caring for their health as very important, only 20% were participating in health learning opportunities like the kinds of programs that we offer at the center. So the need was there, people were interested, but they weren't being given the opportunities to take care of their health in the more than one way of physical well-being. So now that the dream was conceptualized, how did it actually manifest at the Center for Health and Wellbeing? It manifested into a one-stop shop for whole person health with programs and services focused around 3 categories: what we call wholeness, our community education programs and services like the Wellbeing Survey and Wellbeing Guide, which Sarah's going to talk to you more about; fitness that takes shape in the form of the Crosby Wellness Center, our world-class gym; and medicine from our partners at Advent Health. It's an innovative model and one that we believe isn't duplicated in any other facility in the country in this way. Our guiding principles. We believe that well-being is a journey throughout life. We believe in supporting this journey primarily in the adult years with the 7 dimensions of well-being as our guide. We believe prevention is the key towards moving from sick care to true health improvement. And while our programs are researched and evidence-based, we are not afraid to pilot innovative ideas. And really one of the best byproducts of being founded in such forward thought is that we also apply this philosophy to our everyday operations and are never scared to give something a try. We are nimble and always listening to the wants and needs of the communities we serve. And I think that's been particularly evident in the Daily Well Initiative, which is our project that we've launched in response to the COVID-19 closure of the center. We'll talk more about that a little later. One of the most innovative aspects of the center is this idea of the seamless delivery of service that allows us to truly support the whole person health journey. A great example of this seamless delivery of service is practiced regularly by one of our primary care physicians, Dr. Ariana Becker, who will walk a patient from her offices down to the Crosby Center to ensure they are following through on membership, and will check in regularly to confirm that exercise is a regular part of the solution she prescribed. And that white glove service is just something that's not seen anywhere else in a facility like ours. And we are nothing without the support and teamwork from community partners, organizations, of course, like the Chamber, who we call upon for their expertise and amplification of our efforts. Now let's take a look inside the center to see what all of these dreams, concepts, and beliefs actually look like. Pictured here is the Commons. The Commons is considered the heartbeat of the Center for Health and Wellbeing. It's the central space of the building. In the Commons, we invite the community to gather together or find peace and time spent alone. Intentional in design with comfortable and practical furniture, we offer free Wi-Fi to visitors and stimulating views from the center's all-windowed second floor, which you can see here. Visitors are greeted by a friendly welcome desk team led by Kate, who you'll hear from more a little later. On any given day in the Commons, you might see a young professional working with a laptop and a coffee, or a group of older women playing mahjong, or a visitor checking out the current offerings and healthy living experience, which is our space off of the Commons for curated exhibits and community resources around the 7 dimensions of well-being. Also off the Commons is Nourish Coffee Bar and Kitchen, which you can see here, the entrance in this photo. Nourish, the center's cafe, open to the public from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., offers health-focused comfort food featuring seasonal ingredients and organic approach. Our chef, Colette Haw, is classically trained and a graduate of the Culinary Institute of America, what many would say is the best culinary training school in the world. If you haven't visited Nourish yet, I really encourage you to do so once we're open again. I can promise you a delicious meal that you won't feel guilty about enjoying. If you're anything like my house, you'll definitely need a healthy meal or 2 or 3 as antidotes to some quarantine snacking that might be going on. Not pointing any fingers this morning. In addition to her duties as manager and chef at Nourish, Colette is a regular instructor in our nutrition theater, seen here. We frequently host cooking classes and demonstrations in the theater, all focused around healthy eating and many efficient and budget-friendly approaches to cooking. We also invite other chefs with specific expertise, like vegan or plant-based diets, to host cooking classes for the public here in the theater. And as you can see, it's a state-of-the-art, really, really high-end commercial kitchen. The Eleanor and T.W. Miller Jr. Community Conference Center is also located off the Commons. Here, we host the majority of our community education programs that Kate will talk about a little later. The conference center is fully equipped with state-of-the-art AV and can be divided into 2 smaller meeting rooms. The conference center is available as a rental for outside meetings, programs, and events. What's unique and special about hosting a professional event at the center, in the conference room in particular, is that in doing so, you get to take advantage of all the other amenities that the center offers. So we encourage our rental opportunities to use the Commons for networking, walk and talks around the indoor track, one-on-ones in one of our 6 outdoor gardens at the center, and so on. So you get the meeting rooms, but you also get the full space, and that's really special. We also have 2 smaller meeting rooms upstairs that are also available for rent. And we do offer a special discount to Chamber member businesses. So please check out our website for more information as you're planning your events for fall and winter 2021. I couldn't help but share this. This is just a beautiful shot of our public walking track. It almost doesn't look real. No membership needed to enjoy the indoor walking track, nor any of the other spaces inside the Center for Health and Wellbeing, but for the Crosby Wellness Center, which I will speak about next. So many of you know and are probably members of the Crosby Wellness Center, but for those of you who are not, the Crosby Wellness Center sat in the original Center for Health and Wellbeing footprint since 1989. The Crosby Wellness Center will seek Medical Fitness Association certification after 1 year of operation. And it really offers a higher level of service and expertise unlike any other fitness facility in our area. Crosby features a fully equipped fitness floor in this photo here, 2 group exercise studios rather, and a schedule of more than 100 fitness classes per week. We also employ a staff who is required to be both degreed and certified, and Sarah plays double duty as our well-being guide and one of those Crosby Wellness Center staff. We also have 2 pools seen here, one for lap swimming and the other a warm water pool for group fitness and therapy that our partners at Advent Health make use of through their sports medicine and rehab practice at the center. Crosby does also offer a special membership rate to all employees of Chamber member businesses, so please check that out once we are reopened. Advent Health Medical Practice anchored the south side of the center. On the first floor, patients can visit one of two primary care physicians, like Dr. Becker, who I referenced before. And those two primary care physicians, Dr. Becker and Dr. Morello, share their office space with an endocrinologist, Dr. Owen. Upstairs, 3 gastroenterologists make their practice, as well as sports medicine and rehab, which also features massage and acupuncture services. Advent Health Diabetes Institute also has an office at the Center for Health and Wellbeing where patients can self-refer to see a medical healthcare professional with expertise in behavioral modification or a nutritionist. So now that you understand a little bit more about what we do at the center, Sarah is going to talk about her work as Wellbeing Guide and our Wellbeing Survey.
Thank you, Lindsay. We're going to cue up a video to start.
Thank you.
Well-being can be simply defined as doing small things today to live a happier, healthier tomorrow. So where do you start? How do you attain it? Here are some guidelines you can use that can act as a compass to start you on your way. They are the 7 dimensions of well-being, the guiding principles behind the Center for Health and Well-Being's mission and philosophy. Physical well-being. Eat right, gain strength, have energy. Intellectual well-being, ignite your curiosity, explore, discover, learn. Environmental well-being, think about the world, explore nature, protect it for the future. Vocational well-being, be involved, make a difference, find a purpose. Social well-being, connect with others, be there to help, offer support and receive it when you need it. Emotional well-being, be resilient, continue to grow, and live with gratitude. Spiritual well-being, establish values that you can live by, nourish your soul, and achieve inner peace. Just start off small by making one change. Take one step at a time. Each accomplishment will inspire you to reach for the next, and before you know it, you'll be on your way to an internal balance of the 7 dimensions of well-being.
Thank you, Lindsay. Well, Lindsay talked a little bit about our proactive approach, which integrates wholeness, fitness, and medicine within the building, our beautiful building that you've seen parts of now. For us, we've found that experts advise that a complete approach to well-being will help prevent disease and add quality years to your life. So for us, we also consider well-being to be an evolving state of mind where an individual's perception of their balance between the 7 dimensions of well-being, which were mentioned in the video, is what determines a person's feelings of wholeness. So as mentioned in the video, these dimensions include physical, emotional, intellectual, vocational, environmental, social, and spiritual well-being. They're all interrelated and they all drive one sense of overall well-being. We believe that one's quality of life can be improved over time by focusing on balance within each 7 dimensions. And some of those examples of ways to sustain that balance include maintaining physical health by staying active and nourishing your body with good food, engaging in brain stimulating activities to stay sharp and focused, enriching your life by sharing your gifts and talents with others, and expressing your emotions while being mindful and living in the moment. We hope to inspire our community members to find purpose and meaning in their lives, and we want to empower all visitors to remain positive as they actively age and live life to the fullest. Our educational programming, which Kate will talk about momentarily, is centered around whole person health as related to the 7 dimensions of well-being. Through our programming, we offer opportunities to learn and grow within each dimension. And that is because research has shown that balance among all the 7 dimensions will lead to a more satisfying life. Our wish is that every visitor will be able to experience improved overall well-being as they maintain an active lifestyle for years to come. Next, I'm going to talk about the well-being survey, and Lindsay's going to start a video prior to that as well. Thanks, Lindsay.
So the Wellbeing Survey is a great self-guided tool to help you decide where you are feeling overall in your well-being. And that includes the 7 dimensions of well-being, which here at the center we find to be our philosophy. Really, our goal is to become balanced in all those 7 dimensions, so that way your overall well-being will be balanced. As far as the well-being survey goes, you'll take that survey either with me or on your own, and then you come into my office and we discuss the results of that, get you linked to those things that are within the building itself. And then if you need resources outside the building, I can help get you linked to those. And then really be an accountability partner if you need one, or someone that you can talk to if you need motivation. If you aren't sure where exactly you need to be in the building, I'm the perfect place to start.
Well, you have an amazing workout. It was good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lindsay. So as you see, a big part of what I do for the Center for Health and Wellbeing is helping community members find balance. I often say I have the greatest job in the world, and it's true for so many reasons. The journey to finding balance begins by completing the Wellbeing Survey, as mentioned in the video. This survey is a self-analysis tool that encourages reflection on one's current well-being and personal goals. It'll help identify which dimensions of well-being are most important to one's optimal health. Once the survey is complete, the next step is to schedule a free confidential appointment with me where I'll interpret the results. I map out a personal journey for each individual, and I'll link each person to programs and services within the center, but I also share resources and make connections with the community if need be. I'm happy to research whatever is necessary. Every survey taker will receive a personal to-do list that is directly related to meeting his or her well-being goals. These journeys are as unique as each individual and may require different methods to help each person stay active and engaged along the way. So I'll give you some examples. For those seeking help with physical well-being, they may need some motivational support to meet their goals. Others seeking to improve vocational well-being may just need to report to me about how many job applications were completed that week or how many job fairs they signed up to attend. I often become an accountability partner for those who have been wanting to try something new or to complete a project that they've been putting off, and I'm happy to do so. As a business person, it may be difficult to find support for staff members, and I'm happy to help employers who wish to work to improve the overall well-being of their staff. Finding balance, especially in times like this, may help to improve that productivity on the job. And I know many employers strive to keep their staff happy, healthy, and relaxed. I offer a safe space for anyone in need, and I'll work to help each person find success on his or her well-being journey. I encourage all individuals to reassess every 6 months by retaking the survey and meeting with me again. This allows the opportunity to celebrate progress, identify new challenges, and just make changes along the way. Life is a series of transformations, and each one of us will need help through each one of those transformations. I hope to help each community member achieve their goals and live their life to the fullest. What's great about this service is it is unique to the Center for Health and Wellbeing and is offered to everyone who visits. As we navigate these difficult times, I want you to know you can connect with me virtually or over the phone. This service is available at all times. And I please do not want you to hesitate. Contact me if you need help. Next we will talk, we'll hand it over to Kate, and she'll speak about the community education programs.
Thank you, Sarah.
Did you know that the Center for Health and Wellbeing offers a wide variety of lectures, presentations, and demonstrations on topics that matter to you?
I thought he's great. He's very inspirational. He's really inspirational. And I think he's right. If you have any spark, then you can go and really let it take off.
Come explore our list of compelling speakers, artists, chefs, fitness experts, and more. Classes are open to the community. Some that require supplies have a small cost, but many are for free.
We're really committed to wholeness, fitness, and medicine. That is the groundwork by which all of this beautiful facility was built upon. Undergirding that are 7 dimensions of well-being, which again is a huge factor in the programming that we choose to offer.
The Center for Health and Well-Being offers something for everyone looking to expand their artistic sensibilities, to engage in purposeful physical movement, and experience fresh new ways to nourish their souls.
It was very much fun, and the teacher did an excellent job, and the class had lots of people here today, and some of them, I think, were dancing for the first time, and some had done line dancing before, but it looked like everybody enjoyed it and had a lot of fun.
You'll find presentations on everything from line dancing to scrapbooking to meditation and spiritual well-being. Attend live cooking demonstrations and discover healthy eating tips, diets, and meal planning. Educational opportunities abound in the Nutrition Theater, Healthy Living Experience, Community Conference Center, and more.
It is a stunning venue by which we will benefit greatly, as will the community members, by offering educational programming of all sorts in the space.
Don't miss out on a topic important to you. Check our schedule of upcoming events. Remember, they're free or with just a small fee. And sign up now while seats are still available. Go to yourhealthandwellbeing.org and click on events.
So as Sarah just explained, the 7 dimensions of well-being are integral to our work and purpose at the center. In order to achieve goals associated with improving these areas of our lives, we have provided educational programs designed to empower our community members. Although we are currently unable to bring these programs to life in our physical building, we are working towards digital programming to ensure our communities have resources available to them while they continue their well-being journeys. And Lindsay will have more on that later. To highlight some examples of how these programs fit in with our 7 dimensions, I'm going to tell you about some special examples of what you would typically find at the center. For physical well-being, we host a variety of incredible cooking classes that are hosted in our beautiful Nutrition Theater, including cooking with our own Chef Colette from Nourish Coffee Bar and Kitchen, who brings delicious recipes to life, such as those associated with the Mediterranean diet. For intellectual well-being, behavioral finance and individual investing brought us an expert from Stetson University, Dr. Stuart Mickelson, who provided explanations and examples of how behavioral finance can influence your retirement and investments. For spiritual well-being, Reconnecting Soul and Role was led by the Dean of Religious Life at Rollins College. Reverend Katrina Jenkins provided an immersive experience that aligns with seasonal transformations. For environmental well-being, we not only host programs to focus on how you interact with the outdoors, but also how you can improve your home or workplace environments through bringing in featured experts like Jane Cole for Organizing 101. For social well-being, Walk with a Doc allowed a unique opportunity for community members to speak directly with a variety of Advent Health doctors while getting some steps in. During these weekly sessions, anyone can join and ask casual questions with medical experts they can trust. For emotional well-being, we featured a bi-weekly series called Thoughtful Thursdays, led by licensed mental health counselor Jill Hamilton Buss, to explore those aspects of your life that encourage happiness and promote accountability in achieving goals through a motivational group environment. For vocational well-being, we partnered with the nationally acclaimed organization Growing Bolder to bring in experts like Dr. Daniel Levitin to discuss aspects of successful aging through the lens of neuroscience, highlighting that it is never too late to find new purpose and meaning at any stage of life. Again, these are examples of educational programs that we would typically host on a daily basis at the center. But Lindsay is now going to talk about how we've transitioned our platform for providing invaluable resources to our community during this time of quarantine. Lindsay, I'm so excited for you to tell everyone about the Daily Well and how we can still make our health and well-being a priority through digital connectivity.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kate. Here we go. So now that you have a sense of who we are and what we do during our regular operations, I'm excited to tell you about a little more about our Daily Well initiative. 2 weeks ago, as we faced the reality, 3 weeks ago rather, as we faced the reality of a COVID-19 forced closure of the Center for Health and Wellbeing, we realized, like many of you, that we would need to create a solution that allowed us to serve our community in a similar way to our brick and mortar space. So just 2 weeks ago today, we announced the launch of the Daily Well initiative, which is a virtual village of resources, digital programs, opportunities to connect and commiserate, and more, all focused around the 7 dimensions of well-being. We've seen an incredible response to this first phase of the project, which includes a daily email filled with well-being focused content, regular Nourish Coffee Talks, during which experts in different fields go live on the Center for Health and Wellbeing's Facebook page to share wisdom and engage with our audience in real time, a robust and active private Facebook group, just shy of 1,000 members, maybe we've even gone over while we were on this call, whose members are constantly sharing, inspiring, and just making authentic connections. And launching April 9th, we'll offer some of the community education programs our audience has come to know and love just through a different medium in these extraordinary times. So we're excited to get that off the ground, and we encourage you to visit our website or follow us on social media to learn more about those programs as we announce them in the coming days. Join our Facebook group or visit thewellbeingnetwork.org, which I'll talk about here in a minute, and you'll join a list of other users that span the globe, including fellow well-being enthusiasts in Hong Kong, Thailand, the Netherlands, Singapore, Australia, UK, and more than 20 other international markets. So that's something that we're really proud of, that we're not just preaching the good word of well-being here in our small community, but that we're actually spreading the word globally. And finally, the Daily Well initiative included the launch of the wellbeingnetwork.org, the digital destination for curated health and well-being video content and blog content that provides the tools, resources, and inspiration to all people in all stages of their lives and well-being journeys. We have a video which will tell you a little bit more about the wellbeingnetwork.org.
Imagine a place where you'll find the latest trends in health, fun tips on nutrition and fitness, and learn from the brightest minds in the field of well-being. Well, now you have it. At home, on your phone, wherever you go. Introducing the Wellbeing Network.
Our intention with the Wellbeing Network is to help people learn and engage and to truly be inspired to take a look at their own well-being and do what they can to be the best person that they can be.
Created by the Winter Park Health Foundation in partnership with Growing Bolder, one of the nation's leading producers of active aging content, the Wellbeing Network offers a unique collection of tools, resources, and inspiration to help you on your well-being journey.
The Wellbeing Network is an awesome, auspicious, and truly altruistic effort to share the life-changing programming that occurs every day here inside the Center for Health and Wellbeing with those who really don't have the opportunity to visit. It's innovative, it's progressive, and we believe it will inspire the kind of lifestyle change that leads to both health and happiness, and who doesn't want more of that?
The Wellbeing Network is dedicated to providing access to lifelong learning opportunities, fitness and nutrition tips, motivational and educational content, and inspiring stories highlighting those who embody the 7 dimensions of well-being. Based at the beautiful, new, one-of-a-kind Center for Health and Wellbeing in Winter Park, Florida, the Wellbeing Network will bring you many of the compelling presentations, services, and resources that take place there.
We hear those stories every day from folks who are readily and willingly sharing their stories about what a difference this Center for Health and Wellbeing has made in a very short time in their lives. So we're looking forward to those stories about how the Wellbeing Network does the same.
Check it out for yourself. You can find it online at wellbeingnetwork.org and on Facebook and Instagram. Follow the Wellbeing Network social channels so you don't miss another story or one of the frequent Facebook Live events. Access the network dedicated to inspiring you to get the most out of life. It's the Wellbeing Network.
And I will say that the content that we're sharing now on the Wellbeing Network is focused on two sort of different perspectives. One is content that we captured before the closing of the building and the lead up to our launch, which we've been working on for over a year now. But we're also looking for the stories of people who are doing inspiring things in our extraordinary times. People who are, venturing out to volunteer at Second Harvest Food Bank or making masks delivered to the hospital, or just those people who deserve to be celebrated just by going to work at Publix every day. So if you know someone, maybe one of your employees or someone, a friend, a family in your network who's doing those kinds of things right now in our extraordinary times, we'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to feature that person on the wellbeingnetwork.org. So please visit wellbeingnetwork.org/contact, or connect with the Center for Health and Wellbeing or the Wellbeing Network on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll make sure that we make that person's story heard. And finally, we just have a couple ways to stay connected with the Center for Health and Wellbeing. Our website is yourhealthandwellbeing.org. We're active and engaged on Facebook and Instagram. We invite you to follow us there. And we're really looking forward to seeing everyone soon at the center and also digitally in the meantime. So thanks so much for taking a moment this morning to hear about our work at the center, both inside our space and digitally. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Lindsay, Sarah, and Kate. Oh, I think Betsy would like to speak. Go ahead, Betsy. You're on mute. Betsy, sorry. At this time, we'd be happy to take questions from the audience. If anybody has a question, you are welcome to raise your hand through Zoom. Also, you are welcome to share a comment or anything else. And to do so, you can click the raise hand button on the bottom of your screen. On your computer, there is a banner that has a little raise hand button. You can click that, and we'd be happy to unmute you so you can share your comment or question. Also, you are more than welcome to type in the chat box, which can be found there as well. I see there's a comment from Rana. This facility looks amazing. And I will share that we've held several of our own events there, and it is a beautiful facility. The conference spaces are wonderful, and the entire Crosby workout facility looks amazing as well. So it really is a beautiful facility.
Rana, we can't wait to see you when we're open again. Please connect with us at the Daily Well in the meantime.
Wonderful. And Betsy, I don't see, oh, we do have another comment. Oh, sorry, no, that was a duplicate. I'll send it back to you, Betsy. We don't have any further questions. Thank you.
Great. Well, I want to thank everybody on the team from the Center for Health and Wellbeing, sharing all the ways that you are able to get out into the community, even though the center itself is closed. You guys are a throbbing heartbeat of the community, and we can see that in all the digital tools that you've created in the midst of this crisis. And appreciate, I think it's telling from our poll that getting outside and walking has become more important than ever. So health is something that's going to be a powerful tool to help us get through everything. And we've got a comment from Deb Watson just now that wants us to remind everybody where the Center for Health and Wellbeing is located. And it is a public building in a sense. There's the public walking track and the public spaces. And of course, anyone can go in and get food from Nourish, which is delicious. And I can vouch for that myself. The Center for Health and Wellbeing is just next to the Advent Health Winter Park campus, so very close to the intersection of Mizell and Lakemont, and over by the Ward Park and the ball fields over there. So hopefully when you guys get up and open, you can come and show up and walk around the track and enjoy something from Nourish, and then speak to the team there at the Crosby Center about potentially having a workout there. It's a beautiful facility, highly recommended.
And I will say that we do have free public parking in our parking garage, which is located at the corner of Crosby Way and South Edinburgh. So parking super easy. You just zip right in and come right into the center.
And I'd like to add, anyone can come visit us at the center. We're open to the community. We are a community center.
But not open right now.
Right.
Not right now.
Okay, so I want to wrap up and let you all know what we've got next week. The CARES Act, which was passed a week ago, goes into effect today. If you haven't contacted a small business lender, see us. We'll have information for approved banks that you can reach, and we hope that you've already made the steps to get in the queue for those loans that open up today. And we have Congresswoman Stephanie Murphy coming on Thursday, April 9th. She will be on our Securing Your Business webinar and helping us move through understanding the elements of the CARES Act, which is a far-reaching package of aid to help employers and employees navigate this very difficult time. So join us. She's going to go through who's eligible, how soon checks will arrive, and what you need to do as we go through the $2 trillion federal stimulus package. So that's Thursday. We have other webinars scheduled every day at 4, Monday through Thursday of next week. And please do log on to receive our daily briefings, which come out midday, to let you know what's going on that can affect you out of Tallahassee, Washington, and locally at the county and city level. So we're here to help connect you to information, and then we're also here to support you. We're providing content next week that will help you think differently as we move through a time of chaos and crisis, and hopefully help you support your team. We hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you again to Advent Health for the partnership, certainly to the team from the Health and Wellbeing, and we are so grateful to be able to deliver this content digitally thanks to my wonderful team. I really do appreciate everything that the Chamber staff has done to make this possible. Please stay well, stay safe, and enjoy your weekend.
Thanks, Betsy. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us. Take care.
Thank you.